What's up, burr? Guess what? I got insomnia and I can't sleep. So I just had some things that I never can sleep because I be having all this shit on the bed. That's just always how I am. I feel like I can't sleep in the bed unless there's a bunch of stuff on there. So my husband just be like, long as he got his little spot, he'd be like, the rest of that is all you. It ain't me. That's all you. All them cookie crumbs and all of that, cracker cheese and cracker crumbs and all of that extra stuff. That's you over there. But I was thinking, I was like, I can't sleep. And then I was trying on me some different hair, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. I don't know if I'm gonna change this one or not. I'm pretty sure y'all let me know because ever since I've been on YouTube, everybody always want to try to say something about my appearance. But anyway, this was something I was just, how you, like a little girl, you be playing and trying on stuff and it's like you can't sleep. So I'm an insomniac. But I was really thinking about, I had asked a while back about, like, tell me what you guys wanted me to talk about on Facebook. And thank you for everybody who did, respond on Facebook. IG, you got to get with it. But those on Facebook, thank you very much. I got to go back and check YouTube to see if anybody said anything on YouTube. But I got some things that people were wanting me to talk about. One that was very interesting, and I thank you, was about how to survive during this pandemic, like financially survive. And then some, of course, people always want me to talk about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. And what else did people want me to talk about? Some of the wonderful people just wanted me to just, do what I do and just talk shit, random stuff that pops in my head. One thing that was in my head also was, I said, I got to do a video. I have to talk about sustainability and discipline. But anyway, and I can't discipline myself to go to sleep. But let me get back to the part with the pandemic. And it's how to survive during a pandemic is really about crisis management. And I wrote a book on crisis management. It's on Amazon. It's called Crisis Management. I don't know what the book's called. Get ready. Something about crisis management. I wrote it so long ago, but it's on Amazon and it's only like $2.99. I get it free on Prime probably. But it's a very good short. It's called one of my leaf books. I created these books called leaf books, which they're packed with good information, but yet they're not that long. They don't take you that long to read. There's not like that many, pages. I try to keep them like a woman's skirt, long enough to cover the subject, but short enough to be interesting. That's what I usually try to do. So this is what I made with those leaf books. So I have one on crisis management. Actually, I think I did two. But you can just Google Dr. Chantel Beatty on Amazon, and then you can see all the little leaf books that I do have on there. But let me tell you, here's the biggest thing about preparing for making it through an epidemic. It's not about making it through, because baby, once it's already hit, whether it's a epidemic, pandemic, or it can be a natural disaster that happened in your area. We had a lot of fires, tornadoes, it'd be hurricanes, and monsoon, typhoon, all kinds of stuff in other countries. So natural disasters and unnatural disasters are and terrorist attacks are common, in a lot of places. So you can't just say, oh, what am I going to do when that time comes? You have to prepare. It's called Readiness. And, when I worked for the military, I was fortunate enough to work in the Readiness department, and to help deploy, some of the soldiers, get them ready and help, to get them out into the field and everything. But one thing about readiness and being ready is that you are preparing for a crisis before it happens. It's a contingency plan that you have on your life. And let me give an example. Like when you're in school, they have fire drills. Well, what are you doing? You're preparing in case, what are you going to do in case it's a fire? You also have the drills in some states that prepare you for the tornadoes or such. And I don't know if, there's something to prepare for hurricanes. I chased hurricanes when I worked for FEMA, but I haven't actually been in one. So, the preparation for a lot of that stuff basically comes down to food, shelter, basic needs. And what you do is throughout your life, this goes along with saving. But you go to the store and you just get a little extra. Get a little couple of canned goods when they're on sale. Get that toilet paper when it's on sale. Get your little storage, a little place in the garage. People used to come to my house and be like, oh my God, you guys are ready for war. You got all this water. You got all this stuff. Okay, we were preppers, okay? It's just this. Preppers are always ready for anything. Medical supplies, everything. And that's just, a natural way. May something ever happen? No, it doesn't. But you know what? If it does, at least you have a peace of mind. Because like when everybody was running around talking about going and getting toilet paper, I was like, oh my God, we got plenty of toilet paper. Don't be coming to be asking me for no toilet paper. But anyway, that's just something that you just have to start preparing for throughout the year. Those basic things you're going to need. And here's another thing, not just preparing and picking up little things. You can get your little disaster plan. I think I got a worksheet, that can tell you some of the things that you can get, to get prepared in case there is a natural disaster, in case there is war or something that inevitable, this pandemic, in case something happens. I have a little checklist, and I may post it later, that you can go through and you can just check off and have those little things set aside somewhere in the house. But the only thing is not just about getting little things and being ready throughout your life or throughout the year, but being creative. Just thinking. And I think the toilet paper during the pandemic thing really got me, because I did go to get some toilet paper and paper towels and just my natural routine. And I saw all the toilet paper's gone. Okay, it's gone. But then I was like, it's all this damn Kleenex tissue up here. Tissue. I mean, you can wipe your ass with a piece of paper. I wipe your ass with tissue. I mean, they took the toilet paper, but it was like tons of Kleenex tissue where people would think, oh, I'm just going to blow my nose with the tissue. But you can wipe your ass with it too. And then if you go down to the thing where there's towels, all kinds of towels, get the little, like the ones in Walmart. They're like $3.99 for like 20 of them little hand towels. You can wipe your ass, wipe your stuff, rinse it out. And clean yourself good. But some of y'all, this is what I thought about. Some of y'all worrying about toilet paper. Just get your nasty ass in the shower. Get in the shower. You still got water running. The water was still running. Be creative. Get water, or get you some water and make do like a bidet on the toilet and, run that water, and then, get your little towel, dry yourself, then, go and wash the stuff out, get your little Purex, little soap and water. It's your little personal thing. It's your behind. So, you should be okay with, keeping it clean anyway. So it's just things like that where you should be creative. And then like people were getting bottled water, and I'm like, okay, I'll get bottled water too. But after a while, if you keep that bottled water so long with that BPA, that plastic or whatever it is, it starts to kind of become basically good for maybe just washing off or rinse it off. So I don't never not getting bottled water because I drink it. But long as the water is still running, tap water ain't killing nobody in the United States, okay? And you can always boil water. Like you can take the water, boil it, and put it in containers and store it. So there are always some types of alternatives, or like a lot of us preppers do. Get you a Berkey. Get you a big Berkey. I think a Berkey's like maybe $300. It's less than $300. You can probably get a small one for like $100, or get you some life straws if you really that mess. See, this hair ain't gonna work. I was trying the hair, and it's not working. Ain't in this video, so it's gonna be different because me and her is having a problem. But anyway, get you some of them life straws if you really want to be concerned about something to that extent, or if you live somewhere by like by me, there's this little river, it's not a river, it's a water thing that kind of runs through there, but a water source, and I'll be thinking, because I live close to a farm, like, okay, if I need to eat an animal, or need some water, you got you a couple of life straws, you're okay. So be creative in your mind. Be creative. Even think about where you're living. Some places you may not want to live too far in the city. If there's a lockdown. And like, here's the thing that tickles me. A lot of people worry so much about food, water, and I guess I want to say shelter. But what you need to be worried about during an epidemic, pandemic, natural disaster, anything, what you need to be worried about is other people. You need to be worried about other people coming and getting your shit. You need to be worried about other people trying to come and take your shit because they didn't prepare themselves. And guess what? What happens? You need some defense mechanisms. Now, we in Texas, and you just not gonna take our guns, and you guys know I'm a gun fanatic, so that's just not gonna happen. If somebody come with me, they just gonna be messed up because I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be like, they come and take it, because you just gonna be messed up. But it's no good to have anything if you don't insure it. And insuring your goods is with a good defense mechanism. I don't care if you got to get a pit bull, dog, whatever, that baseball bat behind the door and the little knives y'all be pulling out in the kitchen, over time. I don't know if that's the best y'all can do. That's the best y'all can do. But, you need to be thinking more about safety and the people around you, and the people around you who know the shit you got, which is usually people that's close to you. Be prepared for what they might do when they get desperate. Because, baby, let me tell you something. Desperate people, I don't care if it's your best friend. Okay, be your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your best friend. But desperate people, baby, do desperate things. So you have to really be ready and prepared for that. So that's part of a lot of things that I can say briefly and talking about readiness without professionally writing it down in the book. And I may do that one day. I got a lot of other books that I got to get out. But as far as that concerned, the biggest tip is to, as you go to the store on a regular basis, pick you up some things while the going is good. When you own the ups in life, and when things is going good in life, pick up a little extra, like the saying goes, two is one and one is none. Two is one and one is none. So you may need to just pick up two of every little thing you get and put that little one back in store in case you need it for another day. So that's a good way to make yourself get prepared or to live through a crisis. And it's basically all about crisis management. And I teach crisis management for business. And yes, I was fortunate to be working for the military and working for what's called the Department of Homeland Security. Back then, it was FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency. And, and we had our little training and all that there stuff that was pertinent in helping people through these crises. So I did implement some of that in that book that's on Amazon, and I will, because the person did ask me specifically. I'm going to do another write-up because of the pandemic. I'm going to really do another write-up in regards to crisis management during something as far as when it comes to the health and maintaining your health. You do want to always make sure you have use of extra alcohol, peroxide, Band-Aids. And here goes another thing. This is one thing. I'm laughing. Everybody was trying to get that hand sanitizer. Look at me, I can't even talk. Hand sanitizer, and Lysol and all kinds of other stuff. And the alcohol was gone. But let me tell you, a lot of us was just up in the liquor store, because there's a whole lot of alcohol up in the liquor store. And if you was young like me, you remember it, I don't know, because see, I went to, a certain kind of school where we had like trash can parties with Everclear and Kool-Aid. And baby, Everclear, I think Everclear at the grocery store is, no, it ain't the grocery, at the liquor store, I think it was less than $12. Baby, get you a bottle of Everclear, honey, it's going to get rid of Rona and everything around you. So the point that I'm making is, it's called substitution. You be creative and think. If we didn't have alcohol, if the bottles of water weren't there, if toilet paper wasn't on the shelf, what else could I wipe my ass with? You know what I'm saying? What else could I clean myself with? Think of some things like that. So that's the part in readiness. But the other thing that I want to talk about is making sure you're safe, because then that's going to lead into sustainability. And I'm going to cut it short right there, because the sustainability, I really want to talk heavily about that. And then this hair is getting on my nerves. So when I talk, I want to be serious. I don't want to have her in my way. So remember to come back to me on that. And I'm going to talk about saving, discipline, and sustainability. But I think I hope I got enough out in terms of readiness and crisis management. And the big key is to prepare for it beforehand. So now that you know we're in a pandemic and we're going into 2021, you know that they've been putting a lot more things on the shelf. Get your little extra pack of meat, get your little deep freeze, a little mini one if you live in an apartment, and canned goods. I'm a fanatic of canned goods. I remember my granddaddy used to always tell me, you get you some canned goods, you got to get your staples. Make sure you got your staples all together and get your little canned goods and just get a little extra. A little extra every time you go to the store. If it's something a little bit on sale, if it's a little water on sale, the little tissue and all the little stuff, those little personal things that you really need, some soap and everything. And then try to buy in bulk because, buying in bulk is a whole lot cheaper than, going to the dollar store. So try to buy your stuff in bulk if you can, and then find a little place to kind of store because, it's your life and you got to get your life right. Because, baby, I got to get mine right because, I don't know if this is going to be right. But anyway, I am hyped. It's like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm so hyped. But this is what happens to people who have anxiety and who are insomniacs. But anyway, if you have any more questions about, crisis management or readiness, especially in terms of your business, I do readiness plans, crisis management plans. It's all at a fee, but you got to make an appointment. Don't be trying to catch me off guard and be asking me a whole bunch of questions. No, make an appointment so I can give you some professional advice when I'm not just socializing. But anyway, leave me a message in the comments and tell me what you think about this video. Don't tell me what you think about my hair because I don't, because I can already hear y'all talking about me anyway. But tell me what you think about what I said and if anything that I said helped you or if you need me to expand on that. Have a good night because I'm gonna try to I'm gonna give me some alcohol.